So through that set, we heard music from Mr. Composition with Brick Wall. Also heard music from Cam Moy with Change of Heart, and the latest from Zagnif Nori with Enriched Flow. This is the Urban Suite KSWAM 90.1 FM, D Major, Cheryl Metal,
Hey,
and Mr.
hey.
Composition in the booth for our open mic session. Now, forgive me if I'm a little tongue tied. I have candy in my mouth.
Yeah, stop that.
Mm.
Take that out. No chewing gum, no candy. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
There you go. That sounds so much better.
Okay, so you've been pretty busy the past few months with the CBD fair and market.
Hmm.
Explain to the people, how did you come across this idea to spread information and knowledge about CBD to the San Antonio area?
Well, it was one of those things. It's pretty much like a unicorn. Like the fact that I stumbled across this and no one else did it, I was just all like, all right, well, let me just do it. Basically, like I was introduced to CBD pretty much like a couple of years prior, and it was introduced to me through different people. I recognize patterns, and so what a lot of people don't realize is that Ghostface Killer was promoting CBD like back in 2014, 2015 with Wugu.
Yeah.
And so I was very fascinated because of the health effects, and plus, as being a creator, being a musician, we've lost so many people to health reasons in the hip hop community. And I was just all like, all right, well, hip hop is the most popular genre in the world. And there's something about the CBD that's going to do something I don't know yet. And so I kind of just like, you passing a couple of years went by, then a friend introduced me again. He was just all like, hey, this is what I'm wanting to do. I want to, really push the CBD. And I was just all like, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and go into business together. And then I was at another show. Actually, it was shout out to Minus. It was the Regalia show, and DJ Notion. Shout out to DJ Notion. He pulled out a CBD pen, and I was just like, okay, there's something here. And so, I went to school for media communication, and we had to get. That's when I was introduced to Meetup.com. And I was just all like, okay, there's not a CBD meetup for San Antonio yet. I was just all like, all right, let me go and create that. And like in less than a month, it was like over 150 members just
Wow.
off the jump.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead. And I threw a CBD meetup just to see what people even wanted. Like, did they want education? Did they want samples? Like, what exactly did they want? And so me and my business partner had went different ways, and so I wanted to focus on, taking away the stigma of it being, as this hippie thing or anything like that, like with marijuana. This was something, and marijuana too, everyday regular people. But I saw kind of like what was being done with CBD, and I was like, it was May. It was before I went to California, and like a lot of my stuff, I was just like, what if there was, I don't know, a place where you can look at and purchase all different CBD products in one place, like a farmer's market, but for CBD. And I grew up loving flea markets and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd already done different events, and I was just like, all right, let me use a combination of everything and let me just see. CBD fair market. And then next thing you know, I did an article, and that landed me on the news, and then that ended up pushing more of the CBD fair, and then I just went to expand it to different cities because Texas had just started to fully legalize CBD and hemp, and I didn't plan it, but when I did the first CBD fair market, it was literally right after they had just signed the bill, and I didn't find that out until the news interview, and I was all like, I didn't plan that, it just all kind
Wow.
of went on that particular path. So it's been very interesting.
Wow. So, with the passage of legislative passage of, more, I guess, legal use of CBD and of hemp now, expanding that use. Do you see a time when the possible passage of medical marijuana, at least, maybe not recreational, but at least medical in this state?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say the first medical marijuana dispensary is being open here, and I think with that, I really hope that it does, pretty soon, as far as full-fledged as medical as well as recreational as well. But just like in my book, it was 2025, and like they still didn't legalize full THC at that point. I think that Texas, though, took a very unique approach by pushing and allowing CBD first, because everyone else was getting, California, Colorado, everyone has, recreational. And with CBD, what a lot of people don't realize is that effect that you're getting from the THC, the relaxation, a lot of the muscle relaxant, things like that, is the actual CBD that's inside of it. Yeah. And so when people, I find people that would, take CBD in smoking form or different things like that, and they're like, I don't feel the high, and it's just all like, no, but you're getting everything that you wanted minus that high so you can function. I look at it like a bridge between the left and the right brain, and actually the THC is going to be the feminine aspect of the plant and the CBD is going to be the masculine. So when I look at that as far as brain and how it works, it's like, okay, with the CBD, this is making me actually want to execute on the ideas that I have, and just feel naturally happy without any type of side effects. And that's what, especially these last couple of years, depression has hit a record high in the United States, let alone Texas in general. And we're a big veteran state, military state. And so with that versus, medical fees and different things like that, people could take this plant and actually feel good, actually reverse a lot of the things that they've been feeling. And that to me is, I don't know if Texas really realized what they're doing, but it's like that this is actually really helping people, and it's interesting to see what's going to happen in the next couple of years with it.
Yeah, so I know that there's a few legislatures, including Senator Menendez in our area, who's actually pushing for more of a medical form of marijuana to be passed. He's fighting for veterans because their, PTSD, other health issues that they're having, trying to get them help through CBD, medical marijuana, and yeah, that's a lot to cover. Yeah. There's a really lot to cover, and we could probably talk about this.
Yeah, we all know it works. We all know that it works.
Let's go ahead and get into some more music.
What you got?
This is Amy.
Oh, I was gonna say that's one of my favorites.
More great music from Mr. Composition. Hey, y'all, stay tuned. We got more coming up. Do not go anywhere. This is the Urban Suite KSWAM 90.1 FM.